Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the Paige Evans Silhouette Ink design team. And I am going to be working with this cut file by Paige. This is called the Halloween cut file. And I will have a link to Paige's blog below where you can find the links to all the supplies as well as the cut file that I used for this project. And it'll be in the description box below. I am going to be working with one of Paige's stencils. It is her star stencil. And I have some black cardstock laid down. Now, I did want some glittery stars. So I had picked up a big, huge bag of these Bo Bunny glitter pastes and sprays, and it was just a big bag of Bo Bunny mixed media stuff at a garage sale, probably, or not a garage sale, but a scrapbook sale last year. And I have yet to use them. And I thought having some black and maybe some midnight blue stars on the black cardstock would be really, really pretty, especially because this is a Halloween layout. And yeah, so Halloween will be tomorrow by the time this video comes up. So happy Halloween. And I had a lot of fun creating this Halloween layout using Paige's collection, Truly Grateful. And yeah, it was just so much fun to create. And this cut file is so much fun. But yes, I am loving how these stars are coming out. So I mixed not only the blue when I'm applying it onto the stencil, but I'm also going back through and adding some black. So that way it gives some shading, it gives some colors of, or both colors through the stencil. And I am going to let that dry. But I do absolutely love how these glittery stars came through on the black cardstock. I really want to do it again. But I do have to say that my poor stencil is a little stained. Like as I was creating this, it was the glitter paste was drying, so I had to immediately go and wash it with some warm soapy water. Most of it came out, but there are some spots, unfortunately, with black through it, but that's okay. So in order to create more of a spooky sky, I have gone through and I'm adding some white acrylic paint, and then I've also sprayed some shimmers, and I believe this was Glorious Day, or it could have been Tuscan Sun. I can't remember, and I apologize. But I'm also going to go ahead and go through with some gold Heidi Shine to get more of that sparkle, and then to get some more smaller white acrylic paint splatters, I've added some paint on to my mat, and then I've taken my smaller paintbrush and applied that as well. And then to give even more color, I thought a pumpkin orange would be perfect on this Halloween layout. So I've sprinkled that color on as well, and that's also a shimmers. So yes, so that is the cut file right there. I did back the cut file before I go, but look at how shimmery and shiny this background is. I absolutely love it. Now, I know the majority of it gets covered, but the whole idea was to have the mixed media pop out from underneath the cut file. I just really wanted the mixed media to be underneath it, just to have a little something, but it was so much fun to create the mixed media background. That's why I did the entire page. It just really gets my creative ideas flowing, and I just went and did the whole layout anyways. So like I said, this cut file, I had backed it off camera because most of you do know how to back a cut file, and it is pretty tedious, and my head, was getting in the way, and so I just cut all of that out. I just used a few different pattern papers from the Truly Grateful collection and backed each letter or each shape in this cut file, and I love how it turned out. Now the top left is backed with the specialty paper from the collection, and I absolutely love this paper. It is a plaid, and then it's got some gold gold shiny foil, that's what I'm trying to say, through it, and it's so pretty. The photo that I have decided to scrap is a photo of my sons back in 2010. They were, I had them pose in this little pumpkin wooden sign where you can stick your little head through, and of course they're just making funny faces. So I think it was perfect for this cut file, because this cut file is so fun, and in the photo my boys were having a great time, so it was perfect. I'm going to be layering some pieces behind my photo. I backed my photo with some pattern paper, and then I'm going to be putting some journaling spots from the collection behind it, just layering it up behind the photo. And I'm just going through my little bin of embellishments, and I've got the floral die cuts, the ephemera pack, some journaling spots. I've got some fussy cut leaves in there. I've got some rolled cut flowers that you can see, or rolled flower cut files that you can see sitting in there. It's just a collection of what I have left of this collection. So I'm just layering up some of the floral pieces in the bottom left corner. And I'm going to apply some glue and add some leaves and get those stuck down. And then I'm going to have an embellishment cluster over here to the right. So I've got another floral piece and then some of the leaves. And then I'm going to be using this wood veneer piece from the mixed embellishment pack. It says laugh because I thought it was appropriate since the boys were making silly faces. And every time I see this photo, it makes me smile. See. This process was actually pretty quick. Other than the mixed media and waiting for it to dry and then backing the cut file, the rest of it came together fairly quickly, especially since I didn't have too many embellishments added onto it. I really wanted my cut file just to be, you know, the center of everything with my photo off to the left. I'm adding some of these puffy circles from the puffy sticker sheet. These puffy dots, I should say. I'm just scattering those along my two embellishment clusters. Now I do add an embellishment cluster up to the left, top left by the bat, just to help balance it out. And then I'm tucking in some gold thread here, and then I'll bring the gold thread up to the left corner as well. Just gives it another additional texture on my page and also some more shine. First I love the background and how the cut file sits up on top of it, and then adding some more thread, and it just kind of gives it like a spooky, you know, Halloween-y kind of vibe, but then still playful and colorful with, you know, the pattern papers that I backed on my cut file, as well as the fun playfulness in the photo. Just a lot of fun. And I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I knocked my camera when I had gotten up to reach for something, and I didn't realize it until I stopped filming. So I'm so sorry. The last like probably minute and a half is going to be, my camera's a little wonky, so I apologize. So yeah, I'm just working on that top left embellishment cluster here. I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to put there. I end up doing that leaf from the floral die cuts, and then I'm going to add a couple more floral pieces there. And I add a few more, this is when I go back through and add those journaling spots under my photo. I'm just going to apply some glue and make sure my thread is glued down. I did pop up the entire cut file up on some foam to give it some dimension. And I think that about does it. I don't really, other than gluing down these photos, I don't think I add anything else. I do add my journaling off camera with my white Posca pen. I just talked about a little bit about our trip. We had just gone there for the day to, you know, to play games. It was a farm, take photos, do the petting zoo, pick out some pumpkins, just your typical, you know, fall day at the pumpkin patch. But here is the final layout. I had so much fun creating this for Paige. Here is a kind of a closer look at the mixed media background that I created, and then how I backed the cut file with these gorgeous pattern papers from her new collection. Like I said, I'll have all the links in the description box below to her blog. Thanks again for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.